Welcome back to New Post today. Let's discuss the most important topics that you need to keep track for the UPSC Civil Services Examination Prelims for March 28th. And the very first is about the Bagad Rath Yatra, celebrated annually in the Satara district of Maharashtra. Now, it is celebrated annually on Rang Panchami in the Hindu month of Falgun, and the Bagad Yatra symbolizes a fulfillment of vows, navas, made to the Lord Bhairavnath. Thousands of people smearing gulal on their faces and also smearing color on the cattle, chanting Kashinatha Changbal or Hail Lord Kashinath, assemble at the Bavdan village in Vai to take part in the ceremony. It is a reflection of Maharashtra's deep-rooted cultural heritage. Now, the heart of the festival is a bagad, which is a wooden chariot, and it is carved by a local carpenter community. And the sturdy killer bullocks, which are native to the region and which are known for their strength, pull the bullock cart. Apart from that, the most striking feature is a devotee called as the Bagadia, who is suspended from a high wooden post for fulfilling the vows. Now, the chosen Bagadia observes a fast of 5 days, consuming only neem leaves and abstaining from water while residing in the temple until the main day of the yatra. The Neja Mela has been disallowed in Uttar Pradesh. Now, Sambal, this was a news which is celebrated in Sambal region mainly, and they were denied permission for the annually held traditional Neja Mela, which is a Muslim fair held in memory of Muhammad Ghaznavi's nephew and military commander Sayyid Salar Masood Ghazi. So, in 2023, the Sambal administration decided to rename the Neja Mela as Sadbhavna Mela to promote social harmony. The change aimed to remove controversial historic links while preserving the event's religious significance. Neja Mela is an annual festival observed on the second Tuesday after Holi. It is a long-standing tradition dedicated to Sayyid Salar Masood, also named as Ghazi Mian. The festival includes devotees raising a Neja, which is a ritual flag offering Fatiha, praise for the dead, at the shrine in Barech, Uttar Pradesh. While it holds religious significance for many, it is a subject of controversy due to historical associations and the acts of Sayyid Salar Masood. He is a medieval war commander and the nephew of Muhammad Ghazni, who plundered India 17 times between 1000 to 1027 AD. Following his footsteps, Masood ruthlessly held military campaigns across North India, attacking Hindu settlements and also leaving a wave of destruction. His invasions resulted in forced conversions and desecration of major Hindu temples, including the Surajkund temple at Barech and the sacred Somnath temple as well. Now, the Supreme Court is hearing pleas regarding the EC appointment law. It is called as the Chief Election Commissioner and Other Election Commissioners Act of 2023. It is an act of the Indian Parliament which replaces Election Commissioner, Conditions of Service Election Commissioners and Transaction of Business Act 1991. The Election Commission is composed of the Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioners appointed by the President of India under Article 324 of the Constitution. The proposed legislation stipulates that the appointment of the CEC and the EC shall be made by the President on recommendation of a select committee, which is the chairman, consisting of the Prime Minister, members are the leader of the opposition party in the Lok Sabha, and one PM nominated Union Cabinet Minister. The 1991 Act stipulated the remuneration of the Election Commission, which is equal to the Supreme Court judge. The 2023 Act, on the other hand, replaces it with the salary of that identical to the Cabinet Secretary, a bureaucrat. And the Act also ensures that the reappointment of the CEC and EC shall not be deemed eligible, and restricting the tenure to only 1 year. It also overturned the Supreme Court verdict in which the Supreme Court said that the selection committee shall include the Prime Minister, the CJI and the leader of the opposition, and this was not followed as well. The ASHA, or the accredited social health activists, are on a strike in Kerala. They are the core of the National Rural Health Mission, which provides that in every village of the country there shall be a trained female community health activist, or ASHA Didi as we call them, selected from the village itself and accountable to it. The ASHA will be trained to work as an interface between the community and the public health system. And CBI special courts are not functioning in many of the states, and this was discussed in the Parliament. Now, these are established under the Delhi Special Police Establishment Act 1946, which is one of the act from which the CBI gets its powers as well. And they are designated to handle cases filed by the CBI, particularly those with regard to corruption and economic offences. And the purpose of the courts is to ensure speedy and efficient implementation of the trial of the cases of the CBI, focusing on corruption, economic offences and serious crimes. And a special judge must be the sessions judge or additional sessions judge of the special court. And recently, Rashtriya Gokul Mission has been revised by the cabinet, and the revised Rashtriya Gokul Mission to boost the livestock sector as an additional outlay of 1,000 crore, bringing the total budget to 3,400 crore for the period of 2021 to 2026. Now, it was started in 2014 and it aims to conserve the indigenous cattle and buffalo breeds, genetic upgradation of the bovine population, enhancement of the milk production and productivity of the bovines. And during the Raisina dialogue, we had the chief of the Philippines Armed Forces raising the issue of a squad grouping. It is a grouping of the South China Sea to counter China, and it consists of Australia, Japan, US and Philippines. And the Union Cabinet allocated 1,000 crore for National Program of Dairy Development. The National Program of Dairy Development Scheme was implemented from February 2014, and it has been restructured to have two components. Component A, strengthening of the quality testing for milk and equipment, as well as primary chilling facilities of the state cooperative dairy federations or district cooperative milk producers. And component B, which includes dairying through cooperatives, which aims at increasing the sale of milk and dairy products by increasing the farmers' access to organized market, upgrading dairy processing facilities and market infrastructure, and also enhancing the capacity of producer-owned institutions. Now, the Dragon Freedom capsule has been in news. It fell off the Florida coast and carried NASA astronauts Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore. They were on a 9-month-long overstay or an odyssey at the International Space Station, and it came to an end. Along with Butch and Suni, we had Nick Hague and Alexander Grebyonkin from Russia, who reached the ISS in December. And the last is about March 20th being celebrated as World Sparrow Day. These humble creatures which are the friends of the ecosystem and also help farmers with regard to pollination, and also eat up the small insects which may damage the agriculture crops as well. So March 20th being celebrated as World Sparrow Day. And these are the most important topics that you need to keep track for March 20th. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to comment at the end of the video. I shall see you in my next post. Until then, it's very happy learning.